Vitinandam, thank you so much for tuning in. It's my favorite time of day where I'm sharing a video with you guys, and my favorite location also in this beautiful morning here at Bengaluru Adinam. So today I wanted to answer a question which I've had from one of my viewers about why we dress this particular way. Is there any reason for it? Where does it come from? For example, why the orange? Why in particular do we wear these beads that you see? This one around my neck and these ones here called Rudraksh beads. So why do we wear these malas? Why do I have this? I'm sure there's curiosity even as to the vibhooti and the kumkum. So I thought I would answer a few of these questions for you guys. So in this sampradaya, in this Hindu tradition, so I've obviously taken up the decision to live my life as a Hindu monk, as a sannyasini. And in this particular sampradaya, we follow the Shaivite tradition. So we are believers and followers of Sadashiva. And the way that we obviously get our guidance of how to live our life comes from our beloved guru, Swamiji, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda. And a lot of the directions that we're given from Swamiji are not just whims and fancies, they're not just things that he's decided we should follow for no particular reason. We gain the information of how we should be living and the instruction of how we should be living from Sadashiva himself, from ancient Vedic texts. So in particular, we have what is known as the agamas. So the agamas are revelations to ancient rishis from Sadashiva himself. So what would happen is these rishis would get into a deep state of meditation, into almost like a trance-like state, and these words from Sadashiva would be revealed to them, almost like they're downloaded into them, and then these were written down and then passed on from generation to generation. So in these agamas, we have actually in particular what is known as the Kamika agama. So in the Kamika agama, Sadashiva is very specific about every way that we should be living our lives. From the, he go such detail, you actually, from the Himalayan Academy, if you Google agamas and Himalayan Academy, you can download for free all of the agamas, and they've been translated into English from ancient Sanskrit. So you can actually download all of the agamas for free and have a read through them. It is the most fascinating thing. So Sadashiva goes into such detail. He goes to the extent of actually describing how we should brush our teeth, to like what kind of a toothbrush we should use. So he describes a neem stick. So using bark or sticks off of a neem tree, and he actually has different lengths, different like diameters that the stick should be. And so for a seeker, there's one particular like length and width of neem stick that is prescribed for brushing teeth. And then for people that are grihastas, that have decided that they want to be married and have kids, they have a different set of instructions given from Sadashiva. So basically, how we dress, how we live our lives comes from these ancient agamas. They come from Sadashiva himself. So the color orange, why we wear these robes, why the color orange? So orange is meant to signify fire. So it's the burning of our samsaras. It's the burning of our old way of life, and it's a constant reminder that we have dedicated our lives to the higher path of seeking. So many times on this journey, on this journey towards enlightenment, we have many of our old thinking patterns, many, I don't know, old desires or whatever might come to the forefront of our consciousness. Being in orange is a constant reminder of the vows we have taken, and a constant reminder that we are seeking towards something much greater than what this is that we might be stuck with at this point in time. So actually, if you see all around India, many sadhus will wear, different shades of orange, but we in particular see I'm wearing a sari. this again comes from the agamas. This comes from Sadashiva. This is the best way in which the body can be in that space to withhold and radiate enlightenment. So these are all coming from Sadashiva himself. Now these Rudrakshas, Rudraksh again comes from the Shaivite tradition. So it's said to be tears that have come from Sadashiva's third eye. So they're actually very is potent the word? No, that's maybe not the word. They're able to withhold energy very strongly. So any kind of positive energy, they're able to withhold it. I'll actually share a link for you from the nityananda.org website, which has a whole article on many of the benefits of Rudraksha. And this one that we wear around our neck is actually, it comes from it's a Shaivite ceremony. So it's known as Shiva Diksha. So basically, we go through an ancient ritual ceremony in which we're basically walked through what happens during our time of death. So again, this is described by Sadashiva, and it initiates us into also performing Shiva Puja. So being able to offer our gratitude and perform puja to Sadashiva in the way that he prescribes. So there's certain things that Sadashiva says are necessary in order for you to have this initiation. So one of the things that you commit to is living a vegetarian lifestyle. So if you're prepared to commit to this, then you can have this Shiva Diksha, and then you can be initiated into performing Shiva Puja. And so basically what happens is it's an absolutely beautiful ceremony. It happens at every Inner Awakening program. Where, like I said, you're blindfolded, and then I won't reveal too much because I know it's like one of these beautiful things that many people enjoy going through or experiencing at their Inner Awakening program. So basically you're blindfolded, and then you'll walk through like what will happen, how you'll be walked through when you leave the body, once you're on the other side, let's say, what happens at the time of death. So this initiation, it's said that death, like Lord Yama in Hinduism, or death himself can't touch you. You are claimed by Sadashiva. He himself will be there at your moment of death, and he himself will take you where you need to go. So death has no space to touch you, or your karmas also won't have that same weight on you. Shiva himself will be there to protect you. So we wear this around this part of our neck here as like I said, this stores energy. So one of the things that after we have this initiation, we're initiated into the mantra of Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha, which is basically you're saying to yourself time and again that I am Sadashiva, I am Sadashiva. So this is known as Ajapa Japa. You should be doing this 24/7. So having this around this part of our throat, virtually the Rudraksh Mala retains this energy, and it will be doing this Ajapa Japa for you 24/7. So you yourself don't need to do it. So that's this. And then we have this kumkum that we wear here between our two eyebrows, which again is helping activate the third eye. And the vibhooti that you see all Shaivites wear, see, this is it's actually sacred ash. So we usually apply it from the moment we wake up, before every meal, after every meal. And it's a constant reminder, especially as seekers of this path, that this body is perishable. These thoughts are perishable. Whatever it is that's happening in this physical plane, in, like, for example, eating, it's an activity that is a part of the body. It's perishable. So it's just a reminder that we are not actually this. We are the imperishable. So it's a beautiful constant reminder of our higher path, and it keeps aligning us back to the context of our seeking, that even though we are in this body, we are not the body. So I think I might wrap it up. I think that's most of the things that you can see on me that I've addressed for you. I'll share many links with you in this video beneath, some reading material and some of Swamiji's videos, which go or describe a bit more elaborately about the Rudraksh mala, even about these other rituals, even the jatas. Actually, I haven't explained about the jatas, but again, this is in the agamas. Sadashiva himself describes that we should be wearing our hair in this way, and that's actually another story that I wanted to share with you. The whole context of having jatas, the Shiva ganas and Shiva bhutas, who are the basically the servants that live with Sadashiva in Kailash. They have matted hair, and it's not as a like a trendy particular look or whatever people might be thinking. The reason they have matted locks is they are so devoted to Sadashiva, they are so in love with him, they don't actually have time to wash their hair. They're so selfless in serving him that their hair naturally gets matted, and that's why it is the way it is. And it's also, this is a reminder for me of going beyond my selfish needs, going beyond what I might feel, think, and want for, again, something much greater than myself. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any more questions about any of the things that you might see that you're curious about or that you've heard about, please feel free to leave a comment for me, and I'll absolutely get back to you. Thank you so much. Nithyanandam.